mess around. You have your beer?
Yeah.
Where is it?
But it's almost done.
I have to get another beer. Let's see who comes in to the stream on the extremely late
Short notice.
Let's see. There we go. Got some people jumping in.
Nice.
Man, I was trying to think of like questions. Almost be good if we had an interviewer, but people can ask us questions, right?
I think once we get going telling war stories.
Yeah.
How do you do the whole create thing? You know, when you like just type words
What do you mean?
in a story. So you
like you don't want to do anything. You just want to like create.
Yeah.
So just go like, I want to do a story. Oh,
I know, right?
there. Now just start
Typing.
Yeah, there you go. Creating from blank. What's up, guys? Just sat down at work. Man, you must be on the night shift. Think first. We made it. Yes. Oh, man, there's so many bugs on that bumper. We actually hit rain today. We saw rain for the first time. Actually, this morning, Amarillo, it was raining.
Yep.
And then it kind of stops. When we did the whole Cadillac Ranch thing, it kind of held off for that. So we were able to spray paint, do our mischief, all that stuff. And then, it downpoured a couple times. And San Antonio, what's up? We actually saw a fox.
Yeah.
I don't even
a coupe.
It was a coupe. It was a black notch.
Oh, I thought you meant the live fox.
Oh, yeah. And we saw a live fox, like a real fox. Yeah. So we only saw one fox body the whole trip. And it was somewhere. Sorry, these presidential alerts. Honestly, there's a lot of abduction going on, which is sad. But Shane, we made it. So we saw one fox body notch, black coupe at a Whataburger drive-through, of course. And we saw one live fox. Man, he was big. Yeah, this guy was like in the zone. He was too busy listening to 90s dance music, like da, 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 and I'm pointing. You can't hear. Like, honestly, if we're trying to talk to each other in the car,
we're hollering.
Yeah, because it got hot enough where it was like, what do you call it? The 620 AC?
No, the 260 AC.
260 AC.
Two windows, 60 mile an hour.
So it was a little warm today. So no way where. Okay. Past 193. Like near Coleman area. I don't even know if that makes sense. Like a small town. It's not very big. They do have a Whataburger. That's all I could say. So it was very random. Yeah, Whataburger is Merca.
Merca.
Oh, man.
Okay, what
Gary
else
saw the stalker vert. Actually, you know what? I don't even think he saw it. Like, he's walked in, but, like, honestly, guys.
I literally just walked in. I swear to God.
Like, we got here, and I was like, Gary, we need to hop on before, 9 o'clock. So, or before 10 o'clock Eastern time. And so he just literally walked through and like sat down, and that was it. So he hasn't looked at anything in detail. And
we had a quick beer in the house. I haven't been in the shop. I swear on my kids' eyes. I was running behind. I was going to bring my laptop because we thought we had to stream from both. Anyway, I just walked in 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And
keep talking. I'll get you a beer.
Yeah. Okay. Posted something on Instagram saying we're going live on the tube. And I walked in. I'm like, good grief, guy. Look at this place. It's impressive. But I literally I sat down and that's it. So it's it's a heck of a garage. I don't know if we can find a way to maybe do a little walk around where I pack this laptop around or something, but let's see what we got going on here. Saw the stock. Okay, Shane. To be honest, I walked right past it and I didn't even look. And for obvious, I looked right over it, line of sight. For obvious reasons, it's one of the cars I'm the most interested to check out, right? So, glad we made her. Yep, we made her. Where's the Miller Lite?
Oh, he's on the Shiner.
Yeah.
Shiner,
these are unreal.
And then this is actually from Brian, the gray GT that I just put
fancy lawnmower.
Yeah, put it back together for him. He is from Houston, and I guess I was drinking this on the last live that I did, and I saved this one just for Gary, so that
Thanks, buddy.
keep him on the local stuff.
Salute.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's enjoying their Friday night, and kind of surprised that you guys are watching lives instead of out terrorizing the neighborhood or something.
Okay, so, well, here's how the thing started rolling. The story started rolling. We were chatting with your better half. I said, Britt, we hit a bird. So, actually, okay, let's back it up prior to that.
Right.
Should we tell them the drone story?
Oh, yeah, the drone story is good.
Okay, so I think most people know my brother gave me this little drone. It's one of the tiny ones that's below a certain weight that you don't need a license to fly, even though you should have. I'm still a disaster running it, but we pull it out at the Welcome to Yellowstone sign.
And you did crash it.
Yeah, we busted a prop off it. So
good thing we had the toolkit. The only thing that we used in the toolkit was to repair the drone.
It's true. Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah.
So we do a couple scenic shots. I haven't looked at the footage, but we got some pretty cool stuff. And anyway, some people stopped in this little pullout with us and whatever. They're checking the drone out, trying to avoid being in the shot. So we think, cool, let's bust into Yellowstone and check the rest of it out. We're on our way to Old Faithful.
Yeah.
And to the best of our knowledge, neither of us had ever been there. We're like waiting to see this big geyser. Well, everywhere you look, once you start getting close to Old Faithful, is just steam coming out of the ground. There's these geysers everywhere.
And sulfur smell.
Yeah, like heavy. I mean,
like somebody asked like who had the worst beer farts. Like honestly, Yellowstone did.
It is, like plugged cats on steroids. Yeah. So we find this next pullout. We're going to send the drone up. And we get it, a couple hundred yards away from us? Yeah. And these old codgers start hollering at us, hey, that's illegal. What are you doing? We're like, what's illegal? Yeah, you're like, how's this? So we're thinking, well, there's only one thing we're doing. We're flying a drone. It must be the drone. Sorry, we bring it back, get on our way again. But we're trying to figure out, like, what's the logic of this? Why would it be illegal? Anyway, it's not until we get to the next pullout, we're going to send the drone up again, and Fire Marshal Bill pulls in. And he says, hey, bud, just so you know, not only is it illegal, you get it confiscated, you get a ticket, like you just went on and on and on. But we got no service in the park, so we can't Google it.
And we got a map, and the map shows you everything, and it tells you no firearms, how to behave around random wild animals, don't get too close, to take pictures or whatever.
Just let them walk by your car.
Yeah. let the horn scratch the paint all the way down.
Yeah.
So nowhere on there does have anything about drones. So when we finally did get service, you looked it up. It was illegal since 2014?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we're just a couple of Canadians. We're not in a bunch of state parks all the time. And with COVID happening, nobody was anywhere for the past couple of years. So how do you know this stuff? So
we're just trying to apply logic. Like, we're not polluting. We're not, I get it if maybe you're unloading a dirt bike and you're going to tear up the hillside, but
I was telling Gary, I sort of feel like, remember those days you go visit somewhere and it would say no cameras? Like you go into a museum or anywhere like official and it was always no cameras. So before I used to walk around with an SLR or the little digital things and you weren't allowed to use them, but then cell phones took over and nobody could control that.
Right.
So clearly they have control over drones, but camera is a different thing. So we still got some really nice pictures. You guys saw some in our stories, and man, we got a lot on our GoPros. So that's probably going to take a little bit of time for us to go through.
Download. Yeah, totally. And we were each taking turns driving. So he's got stuff, I got stuff. It's all over the place, but we will do a recap. I think that's probably the best thing to do is almost a look back after Foxtoberfest. So if you guys are interested in seeing the behind the scenes shenanigans or whatever, tune in for that.
Illegal in national parks in Canada as well.
Yeah. So this is the thing, my brother who gives me the damn thing, right? I kind of expected a high level overview, like do this, don't do that. I text him. I'm like, hey guy, did you know you can't fly these in national parks? He's like, yeah, dummy. I'm like, well, why don't you tell me? That'd be nice of you. So anyway, we deal with all that. And then we get to, we're coming out of the park and they're paving. They're redoing the road. So you can only exit in the east, right? We came out of the east of the park.
The north and northeast were
Closed to enter.
Yeah.
But you could exit.
Yeah.
So we're whistling down the road, no painted lines, fresh tarmac. Chris is driving. I'm like, we're both looking ahead like, huh.
Oh no. So we had the GoPro on. We were doing time lapses, and it's great. It's like in the passenger side of the windshield, just focus straight ahead, right? So we can like give you guys some of the scenery and time lapses, whatever. So Gary turns it off.
Yeah, because we're like, well, how much road do you want to see?
Yeah.
Right. So kill the cam. We're like, what's that? And it's just this gray object standing straight in front of the Ford emblem. But like, I don't know, a couple hundred feet out. Anyway, we got closer. It moves. Oh, okay, it's gonna fly. Yeah. It takes off at the last minute. Boom! Like right above the rear view mirror mount.
Yeah. Like if the GoPro was on, like we would have been able to just kind of like just slow motion that down, and it would have been awesome. But
we're both going, whoa!
Yeah. And then feathers. That's all you see in the rear view mirror. Just feathers all over the place. So that was pretty exciting.
So I said to Chris afterwards, I'm like, I think we just killed the only non-city dwelling pigeon in the world.
Yeah.
Coming out of Yellowstone.
But you know what? Better that than, because that drive out of Yellowstone, it was that night, wasn't it? Through Wyoming.
Yeah.
It was, man, the amount of deer, antelope, or whatever on the sides of the roads, like they were just grazing. They were doing their thing. Like we didn't see any running around or doing that type of stuff, but it was just one of those things. Like you definitely don't want one of those running out in front of you, and we don't want to wreck the car or ultimately, have any other worse incidents. So we made it unscathed.
Thank Christ, because they were like right on the painted line.
Yeah.
And I mean, two Canadians that live, in wildlife country, and we were both like, holy Dinah, like they're everywhere.
And when we were doing the Instagram lives, a lot of people were asking us about the headlights. So they're stock factory filament style bulbs, like not even these, like with the blue, like not even the upgrade, like they are Sylvania, probably standard clear. And you know what? Probably because they're clean, like they don't have any of the yellowing or anything. Like they are clean, crisp headlights, and man, they lit up the road awesome.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's actually a difference between high and low, to the point, we said this in one of our Instagram lives, it's like most Fox body folks these days, because you're used to driving something new aged as a daily, Fox body headlights suck. So we just all drive around with our high beams on and nobody ever flashes us. This car, you get flashed every time.
Like even on divided highway.
Yeah,
we were on divided highway and big rigs on the other side were flashing. It was just like, oh, okay, yeah, these are working pretty good. So it wasn't no flashlights needed, or it's not like you're trying to like grasp the wheel and look extra
comfortably
close.
Drive.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Okay, so we get out of there. What do we do? Got a beer and a pizza in Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah,
and spent the night there. Actually had a pretty nice spot, right?
It was, yeah. So we just Airbnb'd, and we kind of had an idea of where we wanted to get to, but we didn't commit. So there was nothing booked until probably an hour, maybe 2 hours before we arrived.
Yeah.
And Airbnb was great. Like we stayed, I think 135 all in for a night was the most that we paid. And in reality, like, come on, we showed up at anywhere between 10 and midnight on any given night, and we were gone by 9-10 o'clock in the morning. So no, it worked out really well.
Yeah.
And I boosted up my reviews.
Yeah. Yeah. It probably works out great for the people renting, because we barely turn the corner of the sheets down, right? It's just like boom, gone again, right? But then so last night. Okay, so we get out of Wyoming.
First, the only Airbnb Gary can find is like an RV trailer, like a camper, not fifth wheel. Like God knows if the stabilizers were even down on it.
And those hunting tents. There was someone who was renting like a 4-man hunting
So he's
tent.
looking at Amarillo. He's looking at towns like the Dumbass. If you guys saw that Instagram post, Boise City. There was a couple of these smaller towns, and he's just like, dude, there's there's a retrofitted horse trailer. We can stay in that. Like, are you kidding me? They're like $200 a night.
Yeah. Big bucks.
So then I fire up my phone to Amarillo, and there's like 125 places to stay. And I'm like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, but I don't know what it was. Like, I was looking on my phone, and I've obviously got a Canadian cell plan. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe they don't want the Canadians staying with them or something, because Chris, he's got the American plan. He gets all these different ones. But anyway, we found this other one, super nice place, hey? However, so we're trying to find it. We pull into Amarillo. It's 11:45.
Yeah, because we had a time change. So we were on like 11:15 time, but that was one of the goals that we wanted to do. We wanted to cross that time zone last night so that way we weren't arriving super late tonight.
True.
Yeah.
So get into this little place, funky little neighborhood, cobblestone streets. Anyway, we find it. We're like, okay, I think it's right here. We're doing the cell phone map thing, right? And that's only good to like, well, if you got whatever 4 corners, you're like, oh, it's one of these 4 or whatever. So we find it. We're like, you know what? I wouldn't mind a beer. Let's go find a gas station. We'll buy some beer. So do that, come back, and we're looking at the place. Unbeknownst to us, even though when we booked it, we're like, oh, look at that. It's got a yellow front door, right? But it doesn't dawn on us at the time. So we pull into this driveway.
Like, I think it's this one with the lizard on it.
Yeah, it had like a gecko down the side of it or something. So we pull into this place and park in the driveway, of all places too, when there's all kinds of street parking. But we wanted to have the Fox a little secured. Pull into the driveway, pull my coffin suitcase out of the back. Chris grabs all his stuff, and we go to like check the door. We're like, man, something seems off here. Like, this might not be the place. I don't know. We look across the street at the other corner lot. Here's the yellow door. I'm like, oh, yellow door. So we both walk over, try the code. We get it. Now the two of us are standing in the doorway. It's like,
we're just like, here you go, Gary.
You go get the car. No, you go get the car. Because there was a light on in the house.
Yeah, there was.
Like,
and that was the other thing that was sort of like, man, it's kind of weird. There's a light randomly in the house. And so then I'm like filming Gary. I got some footage. I'll share it. And, he doesn't even want to start the car in the driveway. He's so nervous. He's like,
I slow rolled her out.
He just lets it roll back. And then it's like seeking out when you were young, right? Like, oh, it's too funny.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, It was good. But I'm like, well, here's this silly Canadian, right? I'm down in Amarillo, Texas. I'm like, these guys are packing heat. Like, I'm going to get clipped. They're going to think I'm stealing their car. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I slow rolled her out of the driveway. Tips over there, filming me just pissing himself laughing. Fired it up into first. Boom, we're over into the other driveway.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, no, that was good. All our accommodations were good, honestly. Well, we had a scare today. We thought that maybe we wouldn't find a gas station because we were we were coming in, from Northwest Texas and coming across, and it's a land of a lot of tumbleweed.
No man's land.
And for whatever reason, and a lot of you guys that have Foxes know this, they love to hang at the full mark for quite a while. And then it's sort of like if your gauge works for that matter, it takes a while to get to half. But once it gets to half, things start
happening.
Yeah, like you can pretty much start to watch that needle move. And Gary's like, oh, gas light's on. I'm like, man, did you not think about the gas? We went through the last town.
And he's co-pilot, so I'm thinking he's got this figured out. But he's managing cars coming from Canada. Like, there's all kinds of moving parts to make this week happen, right? So anyway, we ended up blowing a turn, blew the gas stations, and that last eighth of a tank, let me tell you guys, like, you could literally, like, watching seconds on a watch, you can just watch it go.
It's like, is it in the red yet? No. Okay, yeah, no, it's just starting to touch now. Like,
so Chris checks the look forward, like, where's the next gas station? He's like, it's like 36 miles. Uh-huh. So I don't know, right? Like, maybe neutral it downhill. Like, let's conserve fuel. And at the same time, because we blew the turn, because he was on the phone organizing cars and logistics and stuff, we're like, should we turn around? I don't know, like maybe not. At the point that we finally decided to just go for it, it was too late to turn around.
Yeah.
So we went for it anyway. Yeah, Chris does a post on Instagram. He's like, okay, here's your 3 options, and here's a photo of what our fuel gauge looks like. How many miles do we have as per your experience? I think there was 50 miles,
10 miles,
10 miles, and you're already done.
Yeah, it was like you're lucky to still be driving.
Right. And it was like a perfect spread across the 3 options.
Oh,
So,
man. No, it's cool. Like, man, that the gas light actually works in the car. Actually, I don't think there's anything that doesn't work. There might be one bulb out in the cluster for the backlighting, for the illumination of the cluster or the speedo. But yeah, man, like everything else works. Like almost that dimmer switch actually works really well.
Yep, it's smooth.
Because usually, the flashers kept going in and out. That was annoying.
Signals. Yeah. Hazards work all the time, but the signals will. It's super
you hit a couple bumps and then they start working. Otherwise, you got to kind of manually do it. So we probably just got to check that and maybe just kind of like a little rattle situation.
Car ran flawlessly.
Yeah.
And I mean, like we worked it, like, the 75 mile an hour speed limits, like we were giving her.
Yeah.
And the car is perfect.
It's one of those things you got to keep them moving.
Yeah.
Sort of like the strawberry car. Sorry. No, that way. Man, that's so weird, right? Like
it is.
It's totally flipped, right?
It is flipped. Okay, let's see what we got going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, Calypso Coyotes in the house. Got to tell you both about my trip from California, Louisiana. Okay, I know. Matt, we're already talking about having a beer at Foxtoberfest. I got some stories to share with you too. Matt knows them. I mean, there's probably some subscribers that Chris has that I don't have, but I told a little story on the pod. I'm like, I got 3 stories that follow me around. 2 involve me having accidents, if you know what I mean.
Huh?
And the other one's a work story. Anyway, all 3 are lights out. So anybody wants to hear them, hit me up at Foxtoberfest. I'll tell you the stories.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
Sean's in here too. Sean, we were just checking out your trim paint, buddy.
Yeah, good
on the
job
road.
On the trim.
Looks good.
Yeah. And then gears in the Dutch. So we believe, Gary believes they're 327s. I think they're 355s. So we are going to put the car up. Yeah, we're probably going to change the oil. So when we do that, maybe we'll give the drive shaft the old spin, do the old marker and spin jobby, and we'll see who's right.
I want to say Sean even told me, but that they were 327s.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll check.
It depends. Dutch it went either way depending on what applications that they wanted to do. So both 355, 327 are pretty popular options. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see. Actually, there might be a receipt.
Probably is.
We got to check the folder. I haven't actually seen the Bible that has come with this car yet. So that'll be something to go through. And speaking about the logistics of vehicles, so I'm very happy. I'm going to do a video on just the logistics to get the number 5 and number 9 Dutch cars to Foxtoberfest. But the good news is it looks like they're showing up in North Carolina tomorrow. So that's what a headache. Gary just got to hear like the tail end of everything. Well, I did tell him before, but he actually got to witness what I went through. Like,
it's crazy, guys.
Between, like we're not loading your stuff on the truck and credit cards versus wire transfers versus this versus that. Oh, you didn't sign the back of your credit card.
Right.
Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. Like it's a story. Yeah.
What else do we got here? Kate, Newfie Mustang. This fella is coming to Foxtoberfest. We got another Canadian coming down.
So is he driving?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's driving the Fox.
Ready. Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
I love it.
Him and his grandson are getting her ready to rock. How long before you guys?
Cotter Factory. My man Charles is in here. He must actually be off work, chilling. So Cotter Factory actually owns the Celine clone, if anybody is wondering.
Look at this. Benjamin SN95, guys from Denver. Well, Ben.
Yeah.
We're
we were down there drinking beer. Yeah. Where were you? Working.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good excuse. Okay, what else?
What cars? Okay, so there's actually, it's sort of going to be like the Dutch corner now. So there's the one we're driving will be there. The number 5 car that I redid will be there. The number 9 Dutch car, which I've bought and never seen in person. Actually,
Like
nobody's
this one.
seen it. Yeah, like you haven't, but not even you
No.
have seen it. Like nobody has seen this car. Some people know of it, but like it's sort of one of those cars that's been in hiding. You know, there's 12,000 original miles on it, and now there's another Dutch car that Mr. Notorious is going to be bringing up. So there's going to be 4 Dutch, all hatches, that will be at Foxtoberfest. Bill, thank you.
Oh, Bill's a beauty. Yep. We email all the time. He's a great fella. What else?
Okay. How long before we're on the road again? So Tuesday morning is our plan. And yeah, we'll see. We're trying to figure it out. There's a couple different ways that we can go, whether we could kind of go I-10 and up or up and over I-20 and over. So we're trying to like make it not so monotonous. Because monotonous driving kind of sucks. Like the interstate true. Stuff.
It's like you can, whatever, right? It's nice to get out on the open road. You can kind of appreciate it, but at the same time, like freeway driving gets old. And
yeah,
we've seen some funky little, almost. Well, we've seen one it looked abandoned.
Yeah,
little Texas town today. It was pretty neat. Even a lot of these like just stop sign style towns, right? Like don't even have a street light in them, and seemed like all of them were doing garage sales. Like
like
antiques.
A lot of antiques, a lot of old stuff. Like American Picker's dream in reality.
Totally.
And the thing is, if you could actually spend a little bit of time, because we're all obviously just kind of going through the main road, and you know, there's going to be some people that live kind of around there, like, or even if you can get into the backyards.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do you know anybody who has an old car hiding? Like that would be.
We see some proper trucks.
Yeah, because we saw a lot of cool stuff that everybody else probably sees when they drive through.
Yeah.
It's all about the stuff that's unseen.
Totally.
So
yeah,
you need to spend time in those small towns.
There was a little 70, I think probably 71, 72 Chevy short box with a headache rack on it. So like you could tell nobody had paid any attention to this car, but it was just on the side of the road we were driving by. I'm like, whoa, like had we not been in such a hurry, it would be awesome to cruise through there and stop and talk.
You got your story mixed up.
Sir, someone else out. Oh, do I? What the hell?
So are you? Oh. So is he driving though?
Well, there's another fella from Newfoundland that's coming down.
Oh, they can convoy.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
All right. Well, he does this. Jordan is grinding, Tom. Yeah, he's done everything. He even swapped the transmission in that thing. I donated one so that he can feel confident. So the other Dutch car that's coming, guys, just to forewarn you, it's don't expect like one of my cars. This is a car that I bought. Again, sight unseen. I've seen it around in the past, but I've never like been intimate with the car. And like it needs everything. Like it needs paint, it needs interior, and that one's actually extremely high mileage too. It has, I think, 340,000 kilometers on it. So what would that be? 200,000 miles?
A little
something
more,
like that. Even
210.
Yeah. So it's almost like, that's the cool thing about all these Dutch cars, except for the number 9, but all the other ones, like they are driven cars.
Yep.
And that's kind of what makes them so awesome, is that the people that were involved in the Dutch community, which was more like a family, at least that's what I get from anybody that I talk to, because a lot of the guys who got them new are older than us. Yeah. And it was pretty tight knit.
I did have my wires crossed. Sorry, Newfie Mustang. Anyway, it's a long story. I've had a bunch of messages. I got things all jacked up here.
Dayton, Texas for the chat. Right on.
Nice.
Texas Star. It's past your bedtime, Tom. Oh man, now you guys are calling each other out. Actually, yeah, it probably is past his bedtime.
I think the War Admiral's losing sleep. He's letting some of the secrets out of the bag as to what's coming to Foxtoberfest. So yeah, he's got. I can't wait to see that goddamn car. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. It's like we've all seen it, but like you need to see it again.
It's one of those cars.
It's like when like one of those old movies came out originally, like The Wizard of Oz, and then they like remaster it.
True.
Right? Because it was all, because I think Wizard of Oz was all black and white originally.
Yeah.
And then they added the color, and then it made you want to watch it again. That's sort of like The War Admiral.
Dumb and Dumber. You could watch it 100 times.
Yeah, but that's just watching the same thing.
Yeah, but you laugh more.
Maybe. Yeah, because you missed something. You were too busy laughing that like you didn't hear the next part, so you gotta like watch it twice. Right?
It's true. Oh, here he is.
Happy Friday. Yes, Matt. The number 9 car is 12K miles. Original on it. Last registered in 2012. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Fingers crossed. I showed Gary some pictures.
Yeah.
Of what I got, which the quality was literally like taking a picture of a picture.
Yeah, pictures are terrible, but you can get a pretty good appreciation that it's a proper car.
Yeah. What do we got here?
Oh, look at this. Found some old pics for the most part.
Oh, man, Nick, didn't you say you were going to send me? One was red, GTMC, Dutch sticker on the hatch. So the red one, I think, is a guy named Greg Judge, and he still races that red car to this day. Amazingly enough, you can catch him, well, now at the Canadian Tire Motorsport Speedway, but yeah, he's still racing that. Yeah, man, you better be careful. We might steal your car.
I think we should. That'd be a good video.
Yeah, when he's sleeping, we'll just feed him too much or like.
Yeah, comment below or let us know if me and Chris should. So Tom's staying with us. We rented a house. We might see if we can talk to Aaron. We'll find out what his favorite beverage is. We'll get way too many.
I'm going to bring an extra key cylinder with me.
There you go.
There we go. I hope you have a good security system on there.
And we'll get the War Admiral out for a little scoot.
I'm pretty good with wiring, just saying. Dumb and Dumber, didn't the two of them? Yeah, road trip. Yeah, so we actually looked at going to Aspen just for that purpose, just so we could like do a meme at the very least. And
we even pulled out some Dumb and Dumber lines when we pulled into to Colorado. We're like, that John Denver is full of poop. Thought the Rocky Mountains would be a lot rockier than this. And it is kind of funny. You pull in on the plains, but to the west of you, you can see the range way out there. Even in Denver, you're kind of looking at the range in the distance. So I could see how the joke was that much funnier when you'd been there. For all the American folks out there, you'll
man.
Yeah, you got to look up some Newfoundlander talk to understand that one.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that I'm making people fall in love with Dutch. I know Tom, War Admiral, man, he's on the hook, as we already like lightly spoke about the potential Dutch that I've already got for him. I think
it's easy to fall in love with too, guys. I mean, the black car that we just drove down here in was the first one I'd ever seen in person. Pictures definitely can give you like 80% of the story, but like when you actually look at this stuff, it's better than words can explain. Like it's really, really nice stuff, and it looks great on these cars. It really does. It's beautiful.
What else do we got here? The keys are yours. Look at this. We don't even have to make you put them under our pillow. You know what I mean? Sort of like Tooth Fairy. At least make it cool. You know, like wake up. Oh, look at this new Fox body to drive.
I think we duct taped Tommy on the back seat. Right?
They called him hostage.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? If Chris buys a car in Newfoundland.
Hey, how good's the service if we walk around with the laptop?
You should be good. I've got a extender.
You guys want to see me do a first tour of the shop, or what do you want to do here? Because I'm out of beer, so we got to make our way to the fridge.
Well, maybe I should hold the laptop, and then you can walk around.
Get a bunch of Fox to drive down a big group, and I say, yeah, Sean, 100%. Bring the Canadians down to the US and Day.
Oh, here we go. Remember seeing the Dutch car on Craigslist?
Oh. Okay, the black one. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
You can work your way to the beer fridge.
Okay.
All right, let's see how this works here. I'm just going to kind of hold it.
Okay, where do we want to start?
I don't know. You just...
Look at the height of this thing, guy. Like, seriously. Okay, guys, so to give you a bit of an appreciation, I'm like 5'11", give or take, okay? So my...
You can just have the seat.
The crest of my, like where my my ass meets my legs. That's the trunk of this car. Oh, holy! Look at this. Like seriously, guy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, those are Oasis that look good on there.
Yeah.
Too. Jeepers. Buddy. Like, look at.
Oh, you do. That's not just a term.
Oh
that you
no, I
say.
don't just say this. Like,
All right,
the hair on
so
my arms is on end.
he always has this term like, "Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps right now," and he's legit like getting goosebumps. This is awesome.
Wow.
So this is Tommy's favorite, right?
Oh, this is the one Tom had.
This is the one that Tom drove for me from
Pretty white
Chocolate
wheels.
Puffs. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but that looks awesome. Oh yeah, look at that. Hey, the flake in it.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. That's beautiful. Ooh, I like the white ears too.
See, not everybody likes that. You know, it's
Well, I don't like when like everything's done,
yeah.
right? That's just a nice little twist to it all.
Like I think with the shaved antenna, the shaved locks, you know, the matched handles, because I was trying to like modernize it back. You got to remember it. This is 2003. This car was painted,
Right.
so it's almost 20 years.
This is on springs too, right?
Yeah, this is. Yeah, so that's all
Holy.
springs.
Yeah, that's a good looking car, buddy.
Thank you.
I love those seats too. Holy smokes.
Let's see here. Make a bet. Gary loses. He shaves his beard. Oh, that's a good one.
What have I got to lose to shave?
Try to hide the boner looking at those cars.
I already got it tucked to my
The
belt.
White Duchess one, Gary. Heads off. All these are good. Yeah, you'd have to lay on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, but that looks awesome. I really like the white wheel
Yeah.
with the polished lip.
Yeah, no, see, like it's not for everybody, but it's one of those ones. Like, honestly, guys, like sometimes you just need to see stuff in person.
Yeah.
Like the camera won't do.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, and white surround. Like
Yeah, and I think that's actually what allows me to pull these off, because I've seen a lot of people try
yeah,
and pull off the clear tails, but I think doing the white around
that looks good.
made the difference.
Totally. Big tips, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Strawberry.
Do I color the bell of the ball? I mean, that's the badass that's throwing people
Yeah.
out the front door.
Well, thing is, you haven't even looked at the one under the cover either.
Oh my god. Right. Okay. So this like proper Mr. Hansen or his helpers put this car together.
Yeah. Yeah, he signed the dash on this one too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all factory black.
Smell that.
Yeah.
It's hard to smell the car through the screen, but holy bud. That's clean, buddy.
I need a new sticker for the windshield. You can see that that's.
Right.
But this is a driven car. Like, I've taken this car everywhere. It's still on its original R12 refrigerant. You like that?
Oh, bud. Jeepers. I don't even want to bring my toilets down here. Holy smokes. Geez, that color looks great, buddy.
I know it's all dusty too, but like honestly, when you
No, it shows
Yeah.
perfect. Wow. Like even plastic to metal, right? Like this is just stunning.
yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so my friend Joel painted this one. So actually Joel painted this one too. So he painted the white coupe and he painted the strawberry car.
Right.
Yeah. He's like a fiberglass guru. So now he just does boats. He's too good for cars. He found the lucrative market in boats, so all he does is paint boats.
I think everybody's dying for this one. I didn't even want to get too close to it. I feel it's gonna bite me.
Scratch and stuff. Definitely.
Jeepers, dude. This thing, like, I don't know how to put it to words. You know what I mean? Like, this is that car that just, I don't know what it is with it. It, like, because you say all the time, like, it's it's an organized disaster.
Yeah.
Like it's a true
Yeah.
disaster of a car. But like, it is one of the most sinister cars out there.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I got to get this to a show one day. Like, it has to be trailered there. And, you know, I do quite enjoy driving my cars to shows when I can. But the problem is, this would actually be a problem to get on a trailer. Like, I don't know if you can look underneath. Like, if you actually see where the H pipe is.
Oh, come on. That is unreal.
Yeah. Like, you can't get any lower on a static drop.
No.
It's impossible. I'm telling you guys, it is not easy.
It's squash and Kleenex.
Yeah, like, man, I got to carry some 2x4s in the trunk of this thing, like when I'm driving it around, because you just never know. You might have that bump, and like you might have to clearance it. And
Oh my god!
if I do drive it, those wheels do turn. Like, I can turn. I know everybody loves the bore bets.
Oh, dude, totally.
So, funny thing about the rear bumper too. You remember the GT free air bumper?
Oh, right.
So that's a free air bumper that I cut the center section out and modified it with that mesh. Now, some people don't like the mesh, but I didn't like the way that the free air was. So I just kind of made my own. I did cut out, but this is a fiberglass piece. And, you know, man, I can't afford to have the tips any lower than that. I had to cut to get them up.
They look like they might have been clearanced a time or two by.
Oh yeah, no, they drag on everything. They drag on everything.
Holy, like Christ, the gas tank's almost on the ground, dude. That is low. Wow.
And no more monster tack. It's been it's on the wall. There you go. Ken, Blue Oval Media, if you're watching this, monster tack is gone.
Oh, dude, this car is so cool.
I should say, you know what I mean? It's
and the shaved handles. I forgot about that.
oh yeah. So there's actually, if you guys aren't familiar, there's actually shaved gas door. So if you can flip the rear license plate,
up or down?
just grab it from the top. From the top.
Hey now. Oh,
look at that. Might be a piece of Canada right there. So yeah, gas goes in through the back here.
Trans Am style.
Trans Am style. So no gas door, no handles. Did you even notice the side skirt? This is all stuff Tom War Admiral would love, right?
No way. Just staying. No muss.
Or GT.
True.
No Moo GT.
Unreal, dude. Oh, I've been dying to see this thing. Like, it's one of those cars. You know?
How are we going here?
Unreal, buddy.
How bad does the stalker vert scrape? Man, it scrapes on everything.
Oh.
Like, man, you can't, like, a rock on the ground, it's going to drag it. Like,
honestly,
we'll get Gary with the camera and a light and everything, and he'll be able to.
I bet there's a finger and a half of clearance between the H pipe and the ground.
So here, let me do this because we'll almost
right. The actual bell of the ball.
I don't know if that'll. Actually, you know what? I think I might have something that'll help the situation.
I hope you guys are getting a kick out of this. I don't know if you are or not. I sure as heck am, but.
I think this might help. Usually does. Tell me if this looks better and if that helps in the camera.
Yeah, I think so.
Or I can do this.
Okay, we're busting out some LEDs, LEDs.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Christ. No kidding. Buddy. Wow.
So there's a difference, right? Like when people, like when you can get original paint, like real original paint,
yeah,
like it's just something else.
Jeez.
Honestly.
Unbelievable, dude. Yeah, like that's probably one of the better original paint jobs I've ever seen too. Like, that's crazy. Uh-oh. Joey Boost is going to hate this.
Oh, I know, right? Well, there's a couple more. You know, I do
got some bug guts.
I do drive the car on occasion.
Totally. Oh,
So, yeah.
dude.
Yeah, this is a good one for you to open the door on too.
Come on. Holy Christ. Look at the steering wheel in it.
Oh, I know. You wouldn't even think that that's a factory. Like, you think that that's an aftermarket leather wrapped wheel.
Wow. What a time warp. Holy. I really want to swear. I know we shouldn't on YouTube, but dude, that's crazy.
Now, obviously, I've had this car at Foxtoberfest 2 years. I got my 2018 sticker there. I had it there last year. But so that's why I wanted to switch stuff up and give love to the hatchbacks and to the Dutch cars.
Original quarters?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen original quarters look that good. Like, and by that good, I mean perfect. Holy smokes, dude. Wild. Absolutely wild. This would be what it's like looking at them in 93.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Showroom. That's crazy, buddy. Holy. No, it looks unreal. But so this is parked air level. Like this is where you would park it.
Yeah. So this is that's air grade down.
Right.
So, and I've done modifications to the way that this air ride kit is too, because naturally it will actually not go down that low, especially on an 18-inch wheel. Things get a little bit more challenging. So,
Jesus, those wheels are sick, dude.
yeah, it's another thing I think you need to see in person. Are these wheels? Tom, I know Tom can appreciate that too.
100%. Yeah, that is low. But you know what's crazy? Like, that's only half an inch away or so from where the stock revert is.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you don't want a car like this that is this low all the time, because you're going to wreck stuff. You don't want to wreck this car. So that's why I opted for air ride, which Derek didn't like when I was building this car, because this is a tribute car to Detch. And
he signed it too, right?
Yeah, he did sign this one. He's like, oh, that air ride, you know, you shouldn't have that in there. The rims are ROH Modena, and they are a true 3-piece wheel. And they were custom built for this car by Group A Wheels out of New York. They are the main supplier, because this was one of the very last sets that they had available. And they built these for me on stuff that they had left over. So that's what these are: full SSBC brakes, front and rear. And it's got it's actually still in the factory struts. I haven't even changed the struts. I'll have to let you drive this one so you can see it for yourself.
Dude, crazy.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's even over torqued the sills, the sill plates.
Right? I know, right?
They're dead flat. It's crazy. Holy smokes, dude. I don't know if that helps you guys out or not, but like, I've never seen any of this stuff before. It was my very first time being down at Tip's house, and wow, unbelievable.
Actually, Matt got a ride in that car.
Calypso Coyote did.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make a beer run on that one. Jeez, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Wow, does it show well? Like, very, very well done. I don't give it. You know what anybody says. That's a nice car.
Oh,
where's the beer fridge?
It's in the back right over there.
Poor lightning.
The poor lightning. The lightning needs its heart put in there. But Jerry, what are you doing? You can come in. I won't get you on camera. I won't get you on camera if you don't want to be.
What's a good one here, bud?
Man, you can pick. Well, what are you going for?
I don't know. I kind of like this infamous one.
Yeah, go for one of them. If you do the double tap, it's like 10%. You'd never know it though. It's actually like won awards and stuff.
What's the hijack all about?
That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, hijack should be good. Yeah, and Jerry just actually showed up. Jerry is the guy who he's got the hatchback that convinced me to do the Coyote swap with beer. Beer ransom, and he actually donated the lift that's in the shop, so I'm very thankful to him. So he's stopping by. And what else do we got here? Don't need wipers. That's right, we do not need wipers.
Oh, we're bright now.
Oh, there we go. Man, it's like a saber sword. Do you have a shitter in the shop? Oh, whoops. Beep, beep. Come on in, man.
Is this Jerry?
Texas, baby.
Hey, now you're talking, bud.
Come on in.
Good, man. Nice to meet you.
Worst part is Jerry donated $20 and he still brought beer. This is what I mean. He never comes empty-handed.
Come on in.
Are you good? Yeah, you can be on it if you want.
Yeah, come on into the live. What the hell?
What's that? Are you? You can direct from. There's a little
Roller
right
stool.
there. But yeah, where were we?
I'll bring this in there. I'll be right back here. Get my koozie.
Okay,
All right, man.
Oh, I gotta get with that one. He's on me.
Yeah, so there is a bathroom in here. However, all the water, everything is hooked up. There's actually a shower, which is awesome, but I need to get the septic hooked up to it. So that's the only downfall, unfortunately. But I'm going to get there. It's one of those things, priorities, right? Lift or hook up the septic, or, do the floors or do the septic, or,
You got a pooper in the shop.
Yeah.
Say hi to Mexico. Love the windows. Okay.
There might have
What's
been some
this?
other comments. I might have missed some.
Something about my foxes don't have that. I just noticed that mine don't either. What was said?
I don't know. Simon, what were you referring to?
Oh, don't need wipers. There's no way that's car's been in rain. You know what's funny? So when we hit rain today,
Yeah.
Not that my cars don't deserve to be driven in rain, but I've just spent so much time under and under the hood and stuff,
Wipers.
making them clean. And I avoid it at all costs. If there's any of my buddies from back home on here, I mean, they'll tell you I'll get a room. I won't drive home.
So funny enough, the silver coupe and actually the strawberry hatch, they were both driven from Toronto, Ontario, all the way down to Foxtoberfest and back, and they actually hit rain. So my friend Chuck and his friend were smart enough, because Chuck knows I'd have wipers on nothing. And I forget what he did. He stole wipers off another car that was being stored or something. And they each had one.
Nice.
So they each got one wiper on the driver's side just to clear the windshield off enough when they made that trip.
That's awesome. Yeah, it gave me a little bit of anxiety, even just driving this one through the rain. But the other side of this too, for any of the non-Canadians on this, it's for driving these things in Canada, even at well after a winter has passed, there's still so much junk that comes up and out of the roads. I mean, it'd be like putting salt in a bomber gun to wash your car with it. It's filthy stuff. So anyway,
Just water, Gary. See, thanks. Tom understands.
Well, okay. Well, Tommy, he's up in the north. They get some junk on their roads too. But anyway, if I lived down here, I think it'd be a different story for sure.
Yeah.
But we get some awful stuff on our roads.
Fox Pilot, thank you for the congrats. What I got here? Gears in the drop top. I got 355s in there. Little relay handoff. Gary's camera shot. Although he was in the time lapse, actually his arm was. If you actually look at the time lapse, it's just I'm doing all the work, and you just see this arm on the fender.
When you were pushing and slipping.
Oh man, that was the brakes, by the way. I found out the brakes were sticking.
Sean.
Oh, Sean, man, I appreciate that. We
beer.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
You appreciate it.
1000%. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that.
Lightning is a 2000. Both my Lightnings are 2000s, actually. And funny fact, I've owned four 5 technically my friend Lewis's, which is an 04, but every single other Lightning that I've owned they've all been 2000s for some reason. I think it might have been the highest production year too.
I'm pretty pumped to go for a scoot in the Lightning too, because it's been years since I sat in one. Years.
To be honest, it rides like dog poo.
Does it?
So the 99s, 2000s didn't have Bilsteins. This one is upgraded to Bilstein. But I did hangers and shackles in the rear, and just with the non-beefed up leafs, like it's pretty bouncy.
Is it?
Yeah, but whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's more about the form over function.
All show, no go.
Yeah, sort of like the stock revert. Actually, a lot of my cars.
Okay, what do we got here? Where's the bet going on? Oh, hang on, Chris. I'm gonna have to torture my stepbrother. Still waiting on pics with 65 Lincoln. Oh yeah, where's Lincoln? Oh, back.
No, he's waiting on pics from his brother. So his brother has a Lincoln.
Right.
Convertible.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manual swap in the Lightning. No, that's too much. I actually like the Lightning, the fact that it's automatic. To be honest with you, I got the Viper truck to shift gears in.
All right. You want to do a bet on the gears?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going 327.
Yeah, and I said 355.
$20?
No, you gotta shave your beard is what they want.
Oh, to hell with that. That's come on, guys. I need heavier than that.
Somebody said it.
Chris, he's probably heard the pod, right? When we had had our gals on.
308.
You want 308, Jay?
I'm calling 308.
Okay, we got
3.
No one will recognize me without my beard.
Bet
This
the
is
beard.
the trouble. Bet the beard. No, guys, I can't, honestly.
It's too cold in Canada to go.
Well, yeah.
Okay, what would go first?
Coming into winter.
What would go first, the hair or the beard?
Oh, I wouldn't bet either.
If you had to.
I'll shave my balls.
Dang.
So it's like a package.
Yeah, I'll shave the sideburns, not the beard or the hair.
Bet the beard. Look at this. Everybody's the beard. Man, you know what? Maybe we got to do something at Foxtoberfest. It's like really great. And like, what's it going to take?
I'll find a photo for you guys.
should
You wouldn't recognize me.
Should I call your missus? Man, you look like New Kids on the Block. Like Zach Morris. Who you look
Hey,
like.
check this out for any of you non-Instagrammers. This is Tip at Cadillac Ranch.
Oh, yeah. You know, I put that on my stories.
Did you? Okay.
Look, he's trying to like get one up.
No,
I'm that transparent, guys.
He actually kicked me out of bed on camera this morning. Probably have my thumb in my mouth still. Christ.
You did.
Okay, let's go back. I'll show you Well,
Wax the taint.
no, I don't know. I want to go that bad. I should actually post this. There's a video of me losing my beard, and my
this
wife's
is actually
shaving
a
it.
good question. While you're going through looking at your Zach Morris picture, upgrades in order for the 87. So oil change. I did give a sneak peek on the other live with the Simmons wheels. So the center lines are coming off. Proper Detch spec Simmons wheels are going on. And if it's possible, due to logistics, the GT front bumper cover will be modified to accept the Detch front air dam, which will complete the whole Detch look of the car. So that is what we're gunning for. Actually, Detch Nylotron shifter. It's missing that. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it in terms of mods.
Okay, I'll give you guys just a quick background story on this. So I bet my wife, I think I told this on the pod, right?
Yeah.
With Britt. Yeah. So we did the wifey pod. So anyone that didn't catch that, I'll give you the quick high level. So my wife, she won't go out of her way to like make a big scene. And we're at this party. It's kind of at a friend's place. They got a pool. Nobody's in the pool. We're all just standing around having beers. And anyway, my wife hates the beard, and her friend knows it. So her friend the year before said, "Hey, she went down the slide with like a road cone, a pylon on her head."
That much should be.
No. I control that a little bit.
Like mine is her hair. She wants that shit gone.
No. Anyway, she went down the slide with a road cone on her head, and anyway, she's kind of won the belt ever since. And my wife's friend says to her, "Why don't you do it? You take the belt, the title, right?" And they're like, "Let's make it fun. If my wife goes down the slide with a road cone on her head, Gary's got to shave his beard. I'm like, I'm in, because my wife will not go out of the ordinary and do things like this. Anyway, my wife gets up from the table we're sitting at and she takes off. Wait, where's she going? She went down the slide with a road coat on her head. So I had to come true to my side of the bet, and here is what happened.
Look at the tan on you.
Leave the stash.
You are gonna have such a good night tonight.
The beard was the deal.
Oh my God.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So
Jerry's
I don't want
like, I need to see it. I need to see it. Like he's sneaking over. Oh my God. Honestly, if she hated it that much, we all know he wouldn't have that beard.
down to the wood. So just as
Do you have a picture after?
oh, hang on.
Oh wow.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. Look at this.
Oh
So
my God.
They
show
dicked
that.
around, right? Gave me the handlebars. Oh, it was awful. So,
Oh,
okay,
oh
there's
wow.
no beard.
Man, it doesn't even look like you. Actually, you kind of look like a pedo on that one.
It's true. Okay,
Leave me on that list.
here's me and my buddy
Oh wow.
at a wedding, no beard.
What?
Yeah,
Like, who's that guy?
there's.
Which one's you?
Yeah,
I know,
exactly,
right? So I don't even think. Yeah, it would have to be on film just so there was a record. But no, I can't. I need a heavier bet than that. It's got to be for a good cause or something.
Well,
If my wife's on here, I know she'd be throwing
all right.
$1,000
We'll
at
bet.
right
We'll
now.
bet the 4-pack of Foxtoberfest beer.
Done.
Done.
308. You're in for this?
It's 308.
So if
Okay.
you win, we'll bring it back for you.
Okay. What do I owe if I lose?
Well, you're already ahead. You've already donated beer.
Oh,
So
all right.
Okay. We got a 308, a 327, a 355.
yeah, we'll see you guys.
No 410 takers?
Oh, you
Definitely
know if
not.
those were 410.
It's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, 410s are a bit too much.
Even 373.
Oh man.
Okay,
Well-
what do we got in here?
Bedtime for me. Tommy, nice seeing you, man.
Look like Bradley Cooper. I wish. Holy Dinah. Bedtime for me, boys. Tommy's out.
Oh, no 5th gear bucking yet.
Oh, nothing yet. I know we should always take a picture where that's happening, but we didn't even take any naps.
No naps. No,
It was
usually,
just-
when you road trip with somebody, you got that guy in the passenger seat just, but like,
Snoring?
it didn't
Drooling
happen.
on the door
Yeah,
card.
no, it
Totally.
didn't happen.
Nothing.
And you know what the cool thing is, and I said it to Gary right when he picked me up. Actually, after we put the stickers on, we actually survived putting the stickers on together, which was probably the true test on how the rest of the road trip would go, because you can't
That
just
one-
travel with anybody.
No, and that one on the back window was the biggest
Yeah.
pain in the ass ever.
Oh, it does not look good. Anybody going to Foxtoberfest, you can see how not good it looks. But we made it through that, and it was weird. We were sitting down having dinner and a drink, and it was weird because we had never met, but it was just sort of like, you know what?
We'd
It's
known
like-
each other forever. Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Like hell to the no. I can't read that. That'll demonetize us. Oh, 12:30, man. That's
Okay,
late.
yeah,
All
we're
right,
shutting
new
it
from
down.
Mustang, man. We'll see you.
Yeah,
there at
we
the
got to have
show.
a beer with Jerry anyway. So
Yeah. So
we should lock her up.
No, it's all good, man. We're over an hour. That's it.
Are we?
That's all you guys get.
Holy.
Just
Dinah.
like that. That's it. It's done. Oh, the missus is
Oh.
here. We're gonna party. All right, guys.
Okay,
We gotta
Britt
go.
wants to see us. We're out.
Have
Okay,
a good
guys.
one. Thanks for
We'll
tuning in.
try and live again, but if not, we'll see you at Foxtoberfest.
All right. Salut.
I bring the party to us.
Silly boy.